represent Sakboma Ikirimo Federal Constituency. Izankeme, I'm from Bayelsa State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, this budget is christened Budget of Hope. And I'm happy to be associated with Budget of Hope because it's only hope that keeps people going. And so, once the word hope is used, even the skeptics will begin to think that tomorrow will be good for us. And so I align with that. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I want to make particular reference to aspect of transportation. Mr. Speaker, I come from a majorly riverine area, and across Nigeria, from the north to the south, there are areas that people still go through water transportation. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, we appear to be the most neglected, even in this budget. Mr. Speaker, since the removal of fuel subsidy, life has been extremely difficult for those of us who come from the riverine areas of this country, because our cost of going to our communities, cost of transportation of goods and services have gone 3-4 times more than what it takes to transport such services within motorable areas of Nigeria. And no reference, Mr. Speaker, it will surprise you that no reference is being made as to how to alleviate this hardship that the people from the riverine areas are going through. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, we appear to be like people who are not part of the Nigerian budget. We appear to look like a people who are not considered any time the Nigerian nation shares the goodies of this country. And we are troubled. Mr. Speaker, let me give you an example. Today, in any way you want to travel, our roads are bad. Fuel is very, very expensive. And the cheapest means of transportation is the rail line, Mr. Speaker. I can give you an example that from the southeast and the south-south, if you take the rail line from Warri, which is the only surviving rail line to Kogi State, you cannot access Abuja except by road. And the cost of traveling by rail from Delta State to Kogi is far less than the cost of traveling from
please can you approach the chair just for a minute, please?
Which puts the people into further hardship, Mr. Speaker. And these are some quick wins that this government needs to attend to. That if a greater population of Nigerians, if the people who need our help traveling by rail can be connected from Kogi State to Abuja, it will alleviate the sufferings of so many people. And so I thought that this budget will be looking at such quick wins that will reduce the pressure on the people
honorable colleagues
represent. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, anytime we are talking about transportation, we don't discuss the riverine. And so we are left in the hands of private transporters who charge whatever they feel that is good for their business. And so goods and services are so expensive, Mr. Speaker. I want to use this opportunity to urge the National Assembly that in considering this budget, take these issues into consideration so that you will be able to attend to the needs of our constituents who are suffering hardship because of lack of attention from the federal budget. Mr. Speaker, let me also give you an example. In Bayelsa State, where it comes from.
Honorable Bado, you are not in Kano State House of Assembly. Can you sit down properly?
Mr. Speaker, in Bayelsa State, where I come from.
Well, you are under the protection of Honorable Alima Daki. I have withdrawn my statement.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In Bayelsa State, where I come from, the 3 senatorial roads are federal roads. But it will surprise you that it's the state government that is constructing those roads. Why is the state government constructing those roads? Because the state government realized that that is the only way life can be made easier for the people to communicate into their communities. And in this budget, while Mr. President had talked about working, partnering with sub-nationals, such projects, that roads that are federal roads, are not considered in this budget. And so, of course, we still not find a space in this budget. And so, Mr. Speaker, there is a lot that we need to do in this budget in fine-tuning need to connect with our federal constituencies, to connect with the downtrodden, to connect the people who hardship is biting on. And I think that Mr. Speaker will lead the House to ensure that succor is brought to our constituents who expect that we will give them effective representation and attract dividends of democracy to them. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues.